fundraising show. Anyone here speak Russian? Ukrainian? Привет, как дела? Нет? Да? У меня есть огромный хуй. That was the best joke and you guys didn't even understand it. You guys are a fun crowd. I just came here from Boston, guys. I just came here from Boston. Yeah, I'm from Boston. I know it's hard to tell because, I don't talk with a speech impediment. We're far away enough that can still work. That's good. Yeah, originally though, I was born in China, guys. I was born, pristine, pollution-free, and politically not corrupt China. I have to say that they're listening. Yeah, I was born in China, and then when I was 8, I actually ended up moving to Australia because my parents wanted to experience racism. And then when we found it too mild, we came here. Yeah, I'm glad I was exposed to racism at an early age because racism is useful for building things like character, resilience, and railroads. That's a historically accurate joke. Some of you get it. That's good. Yeah, from Australia we ended up moving to New Zealand, and then from New Zealand to here. And when people find out that I moved around a lot as a kid, they're usually like, military family. No, indecisive. Close second. Yeah, for high school, actually, I ended up moving to New Jersey, where I discovered, New Jersey, nuclear sewage, high five. It's the Hudson River. It's really half New York, half New Jersey. It's fine. Yeah, New Jersey is actually where I discovered bagels and Jews. They adopted me as one of their own. We bonded over our shared love for frugality and Asian women. I have a 6-inch mezuzah now. That joke kills at a bar mitzvah. I asked one of my Jewish friends recently, I was like, hey, what's the deal with you guys and our women, right? Our natural resources. And he's like, Asian women are so loyal, they'll never betray you. I was like, interesting. That makes me question what race my ex was. Are the Vietnamese not Asian? Or is cheating not betrayal? Yeah, I'm recently single, guys. I'm recently single, And then now that I'm single, I've been trying to make myself more desirable, right? So I started playing Magic the Gathering. I am hoping women start gathering. The table really enjoys the puns. Yeah, if you're unaware, Magic is the world's most sophisticated card game / male birth control. It's very effective. Can't be overturned. Dating has been fun. Dating has been interesting. I was reading up on the psychology of dating. This is very interesting. Apparently, we tend to look for people with similar traits to that of our parents. You guys know this? I was like, okay, that makes sense. That explains why I keep chasing women that don't love me. It's a comedy show, people. I mean, you're turning that into a hot. Yeah. I actually think I tend to look for the opposite, right? I tend to look for women that are, kind, supportive, haven't fucked my dad. Basic requirements, I was on this date recently, and it wasn't going very well. And I could tell, because, she used those exact words. And at the very end of the date, right, she was like, hey, I'm sorry for being so negative. It's my strong Gemini energy. Now, see, I didn't know we could use make-believe to justify reality. Right? Like, your star sign is not an excuse for your character flaws. I don't use fortune cookies to justify mine. Like, oh, I'm sorry for being so salty all the time. It's my strong soy sauce energy. Is that too spicy for you? That's my sarata chakras. I can make shit up too, you know? I'm very creative. I'm a Pisces. Second date's going better though, right? Second date's going better. We go to her place. And she told me she just got a new tattoo of serotonin. That's the happy molecule, right? And now I majored in chemical engineering and I minored in sadness. So I took a look. I'm like, oh, that's not serotonin. That's mustard gas. That's not even a happy gas. You know? I got nothing against tattoos. I myself have a yin-yang sign because, you know, I'm 50% Asian and 50% basic. But I feel like getting a tattoo of a molecule without understanding chemistry is kind of like getting a Chinese tattoo without speaking Chinese, right? Like, you think it says like live, laugh, love, when really it says mustard gas. But date's going well, right? She's like, just so as you know, I have daddy issues. I was like, oh, is it because he tried to teach you chemistry? I didn't say that, just, you know. And she's like, so tell me, what do you like? What's your favorite position? And before I could answer, she was like, you're a Capricorn, you're probably into super vanilla stuff. And I was like, oh, right, you're into astrology. You're probably super stupid. Again, I didn't say it, I just thought in my head. But yeah, she was like, so tell me, what do you like? What's your favorite position? And I'm like, I don't know. Inside? My favorite position is inside. Any configuration where I am inside will do. I am a simple man with simple needs. This guy gets it. Mezuzah, that's right. Mezuzah has a holster, exactly. But then she was like, okay, well, just so as you know, I like hair pulling, choking, and cock slapping. I was like, oh, you really are a Gemini. Now, to clarify, is cock slapping me slapping you with my cock? Or you slapping my cock? This is an important question, right? Can we agree that this is an important question? This guy's like, no, it's not. Like, either way, someone's getting slapped tonight. But she was like, actually, neither. It's me slapping you with your cock. I don't think I have enough cock to make that work. Not that I'm not well hung, it's just my face is so far away. So let's be real, if my cock reached my own mouth, I would not be here right now. You guys are a fun crowd. I don't know. I do think that dirty talk is not as fun when you don't have a massive schlong. But for the fellas in the room, I think you can figure out exactly how big your unit is based on how your girl dirty talks. I see some people are nervous. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Like you can tell based on if she's giving you, during dirty talk, if she's giving you enthusiasm versus encouragement. Like if she's like, yeah, give it to me. Stuff it in there. Deeper, harder. Versus like, oh, it's in there. That's the right spot. You're doing great. It's like, bitch, this is dirty talk, not positive affirmation talk. Don't insult me with these compliments. I feel like dirty talk with like regular dick is kind of like playing basketball without any of the dunking. Right? Like technically a layup scores the same, right? But I feel like you'd have a lot more fun if LeBron James was here. It's the difference between her saying, oh, he has very solid fundamentals, versus, holy shit, he broke the backboard. Okay. I'm glad the basketball analogy worked. That's good. That's great. How's the food, guys? Taste good? Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, what do we got? We got meatballs, spaghetti, chicken parm. Very nice, very nice. I got this, any of you have Gluten Conscious friends? Anyone? Have you heard of this? Gluten Conscious. Like I got one of these friends. He's gluten conscious, which means he doesn't have celiac disease, but he is annoying. For privacy purposes, we're gonna call him Anton Farah. Because that is his name. Anton's diet needs to be grass-fed, gluten-free, dairy-free, and low in polysaccharides. Polysaccharides is a big word. Poly means many, and saccharides means headaches for your friends. He's not vegan or vegetarian, by the way. I don't want you to get this idea that he's a good person, okay? He's not doing this for moral or ethical reasons. He's doing it because he lacks hobbies. Now, Anton and I met doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. People start martial arts for different reasons. I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because, I just wanted someone to hold me. But we're in Brazil, right? We're in Brazil training Jiu-Jitsu. Spent the whole day running around looking for food he can eat. We finally find one. We sit down and he's like, these dishes have onions. I'm like, what's wrong with onions? And he said, I don't like onions. I'm like, okay, you're telling me, in addition to having every single dietary restriction known to man, you also don't like onions. Fuck you. You, of all people, do not get to be picky, okay? Like, for my birthday, we were at a Chinese restaurant, right? And he asked me to talk to the waitstaff. Now, I don't know what the phrase gluten-free is in Chinese, because there is none. We've been eating gluten for millennia. Not a single person with a gluten allergy. We let them die off a long time ago. But being a good friend, I try. I'm like, hey, my friend has a gluten intolerance, right? He can't eat flour or soy. What dishes do you recommend? And they were like, we recommend you go to another restaurant. And I was like, that was rude. And I'm like, no, it's not. They're not obligated to accommodate your genetic failures. But Anton's stubborn, right? Stubborn. So he starts negotiating with the waiter. He's like, what about the fish? Can you just like steam it without any of the sauce or the garnish? Now keep in mind, the name of this place is Ming Seafood. So at this point, he's just openly disrespecting Ming to his face, right? The entire dynasty. I'm like, what are you doing, man? This isn't a Burger King, okay? You can't have it your way. This is a Chinese restaurant. The customer is always wrong. So they bring out this fish, right? They bring out this fish, and it was the saddest, most horrific thing I've seen in my life. I mean, it was a white fish on a blank plate, steamed with nothing on it. Just an open casket war crime on Chinese cuisine. Even the fish was disgusted, like the steam was a metaphor for its soul leaving its body. So I'm looking at this thing, right? I'm like, I can't make people eat this. They wouldn't serve this in a third world prison or an Applebee's. So I call the waiter back. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry, but can you put some onions on it? It's fucking time. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys on a piece of inspiration. I've been trying to get into some inspirational quotes this year. Anyone here into inspirational quotes? Anyone? No? Okay. I will share my favorite then. That's fine. It's a Japanese one. It goes, Nanakorobi yaoki. When you speak Japanese, you have to lower your voice 30 decibels, or 3 Hello Kitties. That saying translates to fall down 7 times, get up 8. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. It's very famous. Now, the Japanese are very persistent people, right? And you can tell by their proverbs and their war crimes. But that side of the room is dark. I like it. But they're not very good at math, unlike the Chinese, the original Asians. That saying should really be fall down 7 times, get up 7 times. Okay, I see some of you with me, right? You fall once, you get up once, you fall twice, you get up twice. You can't get up more times than you fell. That's like saying fall asleep 7 times, wake up 8. Unless you're taking shrooms, you can't wake up when you're already awake. Or it's like saying jerk off 7 times, come 8. Go to Taco Bell 7 times, get diarrhea 8. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I just like how over all the centuries, all these Japanese philosophers were like, yeah, that's a great saying, that's a great saying. And not a single person was like, hey, should we maybe like check the math on this one? Fall down 7 times, get up 8. But I get it. They were trying to be inspirational, right? They're exaggerating for effect. But I want to share the Chinese one with you tonight. I think you're gonna like it a lot better. It makes a lot more sense. You ready? Don't fall. Thank you guys. You've been wonderful. My name is Peter Liu. You can follow me on Instagram, Peter Liu Comedy. Thank you guys for being back.